Hi everyone. Today I'm here with my good friend Anna. Say hi, Anna.
Hello.
We are going to talk a bit about her experience with sexism in gaming, specifically Valorant. Anna, would you introduce yourself with your preferred pronouns, your gender identity, and the types of games you like to play or your favorite games?
Yeah, totally. I'm Anna, identifies female, and my favorite games, are Valorant. I like a lot of horror games, a lot of first person shooters. Those are my vibes.
Pretty awesome. Great variety.
Yeah.
All right, I'd like to start this episode off by reading one of your old tweets about one of your encounters of sexist gamers.
hmm
So this tweet reads, got told by an actual boy child to go back to the kitchen where I belong while playing Valorant, and I asked him if he wanted me to go make him his baby formula. Hashtag ratioed. So I'd like to ask you, what was going through your mind when this little boy child said this to you?
Um, yeah, because this wasn't my first time interacting with it. It was just sort of one of my first times like having retort.
Hmm.
Um, I wasn't shocked by it happening. I was kind of expectant of it, and I feel like this is a very common phrase that I have noticed women getting by people in the gaming industry, especially like in Valorant and CS:GO and stuff like that, getting told to go back to the kitchen, which is such an insane take. But yeah, I think I was trying to not let it upset me or not let him think that something that he could say would really impact me and how I feel I am as a gamer, because it's really not about me or like about me as an individual. It's about how he does not appreciate women
Hmm.
in the gaming sphere, which is so unfortunately common. So I think I personally use humor as a coping mechanism. And so instead of getting super mad about it or actually letting it like impact me, but I didn't want it to roll off his back either. I had to come up with some sort of remark to turn it back on him as well. So I had to turn it into a joke. But I wish I could have said something that like actually stood up for me instead of just kind of putting him down at the same time. But uh, hindsight is 2020, really.
Have you ever had like one of your teammates, like whether it's a stranger or someone you queued the game with, stand up for you?
Yeah, I have. I often play with my friend Cam, and he is sort of my like duo in the game. And anytime we play together, because I often don't like to play alone anymore because of the community, and how like singled out I feel as a woman. And so when we play together, I sometimes like just won't respond and try to ignore it, but he's really good about sticking up for me and not letting it just be pretended as if it didn't happen, because
Hmm.
people shouldn't just let it pretend like it didn't happen. Like it should be talked about and should be called out, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. I think it's hard, especially like when they catch you in that vulnerable state for you to just like stand back up and be like,
Absolutely.
yeah.
I think that's why it's so good to have somebody else there too,
Hmm.
especially like to have it be a male identifying friend, like because it's so easy for dudes I find in this game to like kind of jump on top of each other when they think it's a funny joke or think that they're like really doing something.
Hmm.
Um, and so I think it's like even more helpful when it's like a guy telling them, because obviously I don't want it. So me telling them that it's what they're saying is disrespectful and hurtful and just like all these horrible things, they're not going to listen
Hmm.
no matter how much I like beg and plead about it. So having a guy tell them that what they're doing is wrong, although it's not like I wish they would just listen to me. Unfortunately, some people just like won't because of how I sound and how I identify. But having a guy tell them that what they're doing is not funny, I find often does really make them take a step back for sure.
Right. So usually when you come across like people that are just annoying or people that choose to harass women in the game,
hmm
do you like immediately mute them? Is that your...
Yeah.
what sucks is that a lot of guys are when women complain about this like on Twitter, online, anywhere,
Mhm.
they're just like, "Oh, why don't you just mute them? Like it's
Yeah,
your fault that
you're still listening.
yeah." S-
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you about what you thought about riots or I guess Valorant's like behavior and penalty
Mm,
system.
yeah.
And just to go over that, I have Valorant's website pulled up. Penalties can include the following: warnings, comms bans, which bans you from like talking in team chat, extended comms bans, ranked queue bans, which keeps you from playing competitive, game bans, which keeps you from playing any game mode entirely, and then extended game bans. And I think like if you're a repeat offender, the penalties get longer, but they're
Yeah.
never more than, I think the longest I've seen is maybe a couple days,
Yeah.
but it's never too long. And I wanted to ask you about what you thought about this system.
Yeah, I think yeah, I'm pretty out on it to be honest. I've also just seen it like some people that I watch have gotten comms banned for like whatever reason, and I think the report system is also like aggressively abused in like a negative way where it
Mhm.
doesn't have as much of an impact because people will do it like as a joke or this and that. And I do wish that Valorant had some sort of better way of, because they can see you can get chat banned, which I think should be a perma thing, but
Mhm.
or at least like more than a couple of days, because you can literally track what these people are saying,
Right.
so they can see how bad what they do and what they say, like how like negative they are, and for them to only get banned like 2 days for hitting like the most derogatory things into a public chat forum is crazy to me. Like if people said the same things they say in Valorant on like Facebook or Instagram, like their account would be banned. Like you
Mhm.
just wouldn't be able to play anymore. So I do wish that they had a better way of had more people, I think, even just on monitoring that, or and that's the annoying thing is I feel like voice chat is way worse than messages like
Mhm.
that you can send to everyone, just because it feels like that much more personal and you can't ignore it to the same extent like you can a message, I feel.
Mhm.
And there's so much more hate when it comes from a voice chat. But yeah, I've actually seen a lot on Twitter recently about people wanting Valorant and Riot Games in general to get better about their ban system, because yeah, I think it's pretty ridiculous that they like have physical evidence that they can see of just like straight hate being sent, and that these people will just get like banned from playing a competitive game. And you're like, well, I only play unranked because I can't even feel safe playing a ranked game,
Mhm.
and and then all these people are sent to unranked games, and you're like, well, thanks for all the help out there. You're really
Right.
doing God's work for that one. So, and unfortunately, at the end of the day, like regardless of how long or whatever these people get banned, they're still going to be the same people. But I do wish that Valorant, like obviously they can't control the people who play their game to an extent.
Mhm.
Um, I think that they should, because they can ban an account and these people can just make another account,
Mhm.
really. But I do think that they should be significantly more harsh on the extent that they take for what people do, especially when they have streamers who are sending in tweeted videos from their like clips from their streams of people saying the most hateful things, and these people have like millions of followers,
Mhm.
um, and these people are getting like you said, like banned for like a couple of days, and so it's just so hard that even people with such a big public forum aren't getting respect. So like, how am I, some girl with like 100 followers on Twitch, like meant to have like feel safe at all, playing the game?
Mhm.
Because that's all you want to do is just like have fun. But I like can't even play the game alone anymore, without
Yeah.
like for it to be fun. Yeah.
Going off of that, what does keep you engaged and motivated when you have like your ups and downs when playing video games?
Mhm.
So like despite the challenges that sexism can present while playing, what keeps you motivated?
I think part of it is actually some of it is just the hate that women get.
Mm,
I think makes me want to like do even better and keep playing just to be like I can prove you wrong kind of thing.
mhm,
So there's that. Like the hate just drives more passion for me. But I think it's hard because obviously like you're gonna remember and see so many more negatives, but there are so many like positive people in the game and in the community that like do look out for you
mhm,
and do want you to have fun, like because at the end of the day it doesn't mean anything, this like one silly little 50-minute game that you can play, but it's all about just like enjoying the time that you're having. And I have met like some of my best friends and made even better friendships with my like already friends from this game, and like the fun and joy and like laughter that it can bring. So yeah, I think although the negatives are so powerful, I think the like fun and enjoyment I get out of it, I just have to remember like that it is a fun game and I do like get laughs out of it
mhm,
after I have like a horrible person in my on my team or on a different team.
mhm.
Yeah.
That's a good way to end it, I think.
Thanks.
Quite the positive note. Okay, well, thank you, Anna, for the lovely conversation and for sharing your experiences with sexism and gaming. I hope
Absolutely.
you have better experiences in the future, and I'm glad that you have friends that will stand up for you and you guys can stand strong against these sexist little gamer boys. Um,
Yeah, thank you. You're a part of them, my
all
friend.
right, well, we'll end the episode here and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.